Hello student, welcome to the lecture series of complex variable and partial differential equation. Today in this lecture we will learn about Cauchy's residue theorem. So in this lecture we will evaluate two examples related Cauchy's residue theorem. In previous lecture we have already studied about Cauchy's residue theorem and how to evaluate any integration with the help of Cauchy's residue theorem. Okay, so let us understand. First of all, I am revising it. What is Cauchy's residue theorem? So if function f of z is analytic inside and on a simple curve C except at a finite number of singular point inside C, then integration of f of z into dz is equal to 2 pi I into sum of residues. Okay, which we have studied in our previous lecture. So let's start example with the help of Cauchy's residue theorem. Okay, so here our example number 1, that evaluate integration of z raised to 4 upon z plus 1 into z minus I raised to whole square into dz. C is 9x square plus 4y square is equal to 36 using residue theorem. Okay, so here we have function f of z is equal to z raised to 4 upon z plus 1 z minus I raised to whole square. Okay, here you can clearly see that if we put z is equal to minus 1, so we will get function f of z is equal to infinitive. And we cannot differentiate infinitive function, so we can say that function f of z is not differentiable at z is equal to minus 1 point. So we can say that at z is equal to minus 1 point, our function f of z is not an analytic function. Again, if we put z is equal to plus I, so we can say that our function f of z will become infinitive. So we can say that at z is equal to I point, our function f of z is not a differentiable function. So if function is not a differentiable function, so we can say that function f of z is not an analytic function. So at z is equal to minus 1 and at z is equal to I, our function f of z is not an analytic function. Okay, and here we have C, that is 9x square plus 4y square is equal to 36. Okay, divide this with 36, so we will get x square by 4 plus y square by 9 is equal to 1. So this is the equation of ellipse. So here we have C, which is ellipse. Okay, so here we have ellipse. In x-axis there is a point 20 and in y-axis there is a point 03. Okay, this is our center point 00. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. Okay, so here we have ellipse which is in the form of x square by 4 plus y square by 9 is equal to 1. And here we have 2 points for which our function f of z is not an analytic function. First one is z is equal to minus 1 and second one is z is equal to y. So let us check that this both points lies inside this ellipse or outside the ellipse. Okay, so here C is the ellipse. So here for z is equal to minus 1, let's check. So put z is equal to minus 1 over here. But here you can clearly see that we have equation which is in the form of x and y and we have point which is in the form of z. So we know that z is equal to minus 1 is nothing but x is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to 0. So put x is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to 0 over here. So we will get minus 1 raised to whole square divided by 4 plus 0, which is 1 by 4, which is less than 1. So we can say that z is equal to minus 1 lies inside ellipse. Okay, now for z is equal to plus I. So z is equal to plus I is nothing but x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 1. Okay, so put x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 1 over here. So we will get 0 plus 1 by 9. So here we know that 1 by 9 which is less than 1. So again we can say that z is equal to I lies inside ellipse. So here we have 2 points and both points lies inside this ellipse. So here we have to find residue for both these points. Okay. So here we have function f of z is equal to z raised to 4 upon z plus 1 into z minus I raised to whole square. And here let's find residue for z is equal to minus 1. So here you can clearly see that z is equal to minus 1 is a simple pole. Okay. So we can say that z is equal to minus 1 is a simple pole. Okay. So residue for simple pole will become residue function f of z, where z is equal to a point is equal to limit z is tends to a z minus a into function f of z. And what is the point a? That is minus 1. So put a is equal to minus 1. So this will become z plus 1, and here our function z raised to 4 upon z plus 1 z minus I raised to whole square. This both are cancel out, so we will get limit z tends to minus 1 z raised to 4 upon z minus I raised to whole square. Now put z is equal to minus 1, so this will become minus 1 raised to 4, and this will become minus 1 minus I raised to whole square. Now we have minus 1 minus I raised to whole square, so this will become a square plus 2ab and plus b square. So this answer will become 1 plus 2i, and this is plus I square. So I square is equal to minus 1. So this will become 2i. Okay, so put here minus 1 raised to 4, that is 1, and put minus 1 minus I raised to whole square is equal to 2i. So here we have answer for z is equal to minus 1 point, that is 1 upon 2i. Okay, now for z is equal to I point. So here we have function f of z is equal to z raised to 4 upon z plus 1 z minus I raised to whole square. So now here we have second point, that is z is equal to I, okay, which lies inside the ellipse. Okay, so for z is equal to I point, here you can clearly see that z is equal to I is a second order pole. Okay, so this is a second order pole. Okay, so residue for second order pole equation will become residue function f of z, z is equal to a. So equation will become 1 upon m minus 1 factorial limit z tends to a d raised to m minus 1 dz raised to m minus 1, here z minus a raised to m into f of z. Okay, so here m is order, so for z is equal to I, order is 2, so put m is equal to 2, so this will become 2 minus 1 factorial limit z tends to which point? So I point. So this will become d by dz. Put m is equal to 2. So this will become only d by dz. This is z minus I raised to m is 2, and function z raised to 4 upon z plus 1 z minus I raised to whole square. Okay, so this z minus I raised to whole square, z minus I raised to whole square cancel out. 2 minus 1, that is 1, and 1 factorial answer is 1. So here we have limit z tends to I d by dz. This is z raised to 4 upon z plus 1. Okay, so here we have to find derivative of this function. Okay, so by using division rule of derivative, we will get derivative, that is next term, limit z tends to I, denominator constant, so z plus 1 constant, derivative of numerator, this will become 4z cube minus numerator constant, derivative of denominator will become 1 upon z plus 1 raised to whole square. Okay, now this is nothing but limit z tends to I by multiplying 4z raised to cube with z, so this will become 4z raised to 4 plus 4z cube minus z raised to 4 upon z plus 1 raised to whole square. Okay, now this is nothing but limit z tends to I. Here we have 4z raised to 4 minus z raised to 4, so this will become 3z raised to 4 plus 4z cube upon z plus 1 raised to whole square. Okay, now put z is equal to I, so we will get 3 I raised to 4 plus 4 I cube upon I plus 1 raised to square. So now we know that I raised to 4, what is the meaning of I raised to 4? So that is I square into I square, and I square is answer minus 1. So minus 1 minus 1 answer is 1. So what is the answer of I raised to 4? So that is 1. Okay. Second, what is the answer for I cube? So I cube is nothing but I square into I. So what is the answer for I square? So I square is minus 1 into I. So we have answer for I cube, that is minus I. And here in denominator we have I plus 1 raised to whole square. So this is nothing but I square plus 2I plus 1, and I square is minus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 cancel out. So this will become 2i. Okay. So now we have 3 plus 4. I cube answer is minus I. So this will become 3 minus 4i upon 2i. So this is the answer for residue at z is equal to I point. Okay. Now we have final integration answer. So by Cauchy's residue theorem, okay, integration of C z raised to 4 upon z plus 1 z minus I raised to square is equal to 2 pi I into sum of residues. Okay. So here we have sum of residues. So first answer is 1 upon 2i. Second answer is 3 minus 4i upon 2i. Okay. So by taking LCM, we will get here 2 pi I. This will become 3 plus 4. So this will become 4 minus 4i upon 2i. So this 2i cancel out, and by taking 4 common, so this will become 4 pi into 1 minus I. This is our final answer for this integration by using Cauchy's residue theorem. Okay. Let us understand with next example. So here we have question that is evaluate integration of 2z plus 6 upon z square plus 4 into dz, where C is the circle, modulus of z minus I is equal to 2 by using residue theorem. Okay. So here we have function f of z is equal to 2z plus 6 upon z square plus 4. We can write like this 2z plus 6 upon z plus 2i, z minus 2i. Let's check. If z plus 2i, z minus 2i, so multiply this two bracket, this will become z square minus 2iz plus 2zi and minus 4i square. Okay, this is cancel out minus. So now we will get z square and I square is equal to minus 1 answer. So this will become z square plus 4. Okay, so we can write z square plus 4 is equal to z plus 2i and z minus 2i. Okay, now we have 2 point. Here you can clearly see that if we put z is equal to minus 2i, so function f of z will become infinitive. So we can say that at z is equal to minus 2i point, we cannot differentiate this function. So function f of z is not differentiable at z is equal to minus 2i point. So if function f of z is not differentiable function, so we can say that function f of z is not an analytic function at z is equal to minus 2i point. Again same condition for this. If we put z is equal to plus 2i, so again we will get f of z answer infinitive. So we cannot differentiate it. So at z is equal to plus 2i, our function f of z is not a differentiable function. So if our function f of z is not a differentiable function, so we can say that our function f of z at z is equal to 2i point is not an analytic function. So we can say that at z is equal to plus 2i and minus 2i, our function f of z is not an analytic function. Okay. Next, second, we have circle, that is z minus I is equal to 2. Okay, modulus of z minus I is equal to 2. So compare this with modulus of z minus z0 is equal to r. So this is nothing but z minus 0 plus I is equal to 2. So here we have center point 0, 1 and radius r is equal to 2. So this is the circle. So here we can say that C is the circle. C is the circle with center point 0, 0, with center point 0, 1 and radius r is equal to 2. Now first of all let's check that 2 points z is equal to 2i and z is equal to minus 2i, for which our function is not an analytic function, both lies inside the circle C or outside the circle C. Okay, so for which first point, put z is equal to 2i, put z is equal to 2i over here. So here we have z minus I, modulus of z minus I. Put z is equal to 2i, so this will become modulus of 2i minus I. So this is modulus of I, and modulus of I nothing but real part of square plus imaginary part of square. So this will become 1, which is less than 2. So we can say that z is equal to 2i lies inside the circle C. Okay, second point we have z is equal to minus 2i. So put z is equal to minus 2i over here again. So here we have modulus of z minus I. Put z is equal to minus 2i. So this will become minus 2i minus I. So this is modulus of minus 3i. So modulus of minus 3i is nothing but, so this will become 3, which is greater than 2. So we can say that z is equal to minus 2i point lies outside the circle C. So here we have to find residue only for this point which lies inside the circle C and ignore this point which lies outside the circle C. Okay. So here we have function f of z is equal to 2z plus 6 upon z square plus 4. Okay, we can write like that, z 2z plus 6 upon z plus 2i, z minus 2i. Okay, now we have point that is z is equal to 2i which lies inside the circle C. So now z is equal to 2i point. You can clearly see that z is equal to 2i is a first order pole. So we can say that z is equal to 2i is a simple pole. Okay, so residue for this simple pole equation, residue function f of z at z is equal to a point, this will become limit z tends to a, here z minus a into function f of z, and a is point that is 2i, so limit z tends to 2i, this will become z minus 2i into function f of z that is 2z plus 6 upon z plus 2i, z minus 2i. Okay, so this z minus 2i, z minus 2i cancel out. So now we have limit z tends to 2i, here 2z plus 6 upon z plus 2i. Put z is equal to 2i, so we will get 2 into 2i plus 6 upon 4i. So we will get 4i plus 6 upon 4i. Okay, by taking 2 common, so this will become 2i plus 3 upon 2i. Okay, so now we have final answer. So by Cauchy's residue theorem, integration of 2z plus 6 upon z square plus 4 is equal to 2 pi I into sum of residues. Okay, so here we have residue only 4 point, that is z is equal to 2i which lies inside the circle C, and that is 2i plus 3 upon 2i. So here we have 2i plus 3 upon 2i, so this is 2i cancel out, so here we have pi into 2i plus 3. So now this is our final answer for this integration. So here in this lecture we have studied about Cauchy's residue theorem and evaluation of integration with the help of Cauchy's residue theorem. Okay, we can solve many examples with the help of Cauchy's residue theorem. Okay, thank you for watching this video.